welcome back to Real Reviews. This is Cody Williams, and we're here to talk about the movie Godzilla Minus One. This new movie is the 33rd film in the franchise, and it's also produced by Toho Studios, who's been making Godzilla movies since the original came out in the 50s. Anyways, I've always been a big fan of Godzilla, and I've even liked the newer movies that Legendary Studios even put out in the past few years. When I first saw previews for Godzilla Minus One, I knew right then I had to go see this movie. Sure enough, I recently just got done watching it, and I'm ready to talk about it. The movie story follows post-war Japan, who is at its lowest point when a new crisis emerges in the form of a giant monster, baptized in the horrific power of the atomic bomb. Simply put, this is the best Godzilla movie ever made, and it's also the movie event of the year. I'm also going to go ahead and say that this is a perfect movie. What makes this movie so perfect is because of its terrifying use of the monster, wondrous special effects, beautiful looking cinematography, great writing, and also some very good acting. When it comes to Godzilla himself, this is the most terrifying he's ever been. The way the movie portrays him as a force of nature that is not to be reckoned with, it's so good. Every scene that he's in, you know some serious stuff is about to happen, and I was not disappointed at the slightest. Even though he's a bit smaller in size this time around, I still love the way Godzilla looks in this movie, and he's more formidable than ever, making him more frightening. As for the special effects, the CGI is utterly astounding. For the film's budget to be only $15 million, I was absolutely floored by how great everything looked, especially with Godzilla himself and the destruction he leaves behind. It's pretty crazy how a movie like this can look so much better than any other film with big budgets. Speaking of the visuals, this is one very good looking film. It doesn't go without saying that the movie's cinematography is very exquisite. I'm glad to have seen this on an IMAX screen because you really get the most bang for your buck while watching this movie in the way it's meant to be seen, on the biggest size screen possible. As far as the cinematography itself goes, I loved how wide-angle lenses were used to capture the movie's grand-sized action, and I just flat-out enjoyed how most of the shots were framed. When comparing to the past recent Godzilla movies done by Legendary Studios, Godzilla Minus One actually makes you care for the human characters this time around. They are incredibly handled well with how great they were written. In the past Godzilla movies, I didn't care who Godzilla stomped on, ate, or whatever. But not this time. In this movie, I actually rooted for the human characters to survive and prevail against Godzilla. As for the story, I enjoyed how it was written around the end of World War II, dealing with the aftermath of everything that's happened, touching on the horrors of war itself, and survivor's guilt for the main lead. The movie was incredibly written through and through. As for the talent in front of the camera, I thought everyone did a fantastic job. I don't want to step on anyone's toes, but I'm not going to bother trying to properly pronounce their names because I don't want to mess them up. One major standout was the main lead, who was definitely amazing. With him and everyone else, you can definitely tell that there was no ounce of talent gone to waste. With all that said, this is definitely a contender for Movie of the Year that everyone that calls themselves a Godzilla fan needs to go see. Overall, Godzilla Minus One is an incredible feat for filmmaking and also a wonderful way to capture the hearts of Godzilla purists. On the plus side, this movie is a thrillingly exhilarating and monstrous fun time. When it comes to modern Godzilla movies, you can't get any better than this. I give this movie an A+. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep up with my real reviews.